Well, here we are on Night Sounds, Barry Funkhauser and Joe with Chase Shumway, our guest today. Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New
Hey,
Year.
Abby.
So it is a new year and time to think about the future, and a lot has happened in 2023. But I can't think of very many things that happened in 2023
What are
that
you talking about? Their lists are everywhere. 2023 was a terrible year.
that's probably why I can't think of
I
anything
actually,
good.
Yeah, I
oh
blanked them
well,
out of
I
my
mean,
mind. The last four have been a blur. At least the last four.
oh yeah, since COVID for sure. There's this great. I read this great article about this. There's this columnist who every year writes yeah, sure, we had a terrible year, but overall, as humanity, we did pretty good. We had less, like our mortality rate was down, our birth rates were up, blah 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 blah. And every single year, he gets totally roasted for. What are you talking about? This year was terrible. This war started, and we had this pandemic, and all these people died. And he's like, "Oh, but you got to look at the long-term scope." And I'm like, "Man, no one looks at the long-term scope. Like, what are you talking about? Get out of here with that stuff." So I don't know. So you're gonna ask us what our
Okay.
predictions are, and I'm like, how accurate are predictions at all?
Well, I mean, we'll find out in 362 days or something, right? If we're right. Okay, so the first topic is Elon Musk and his X. Do you think that will exist next year?
Next year being 2025, like January 2025.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
think
say yes on that one, just because he still is richer than God. So and he's not gonna just let it die because his ego is too fragile for that. Chase, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I think it'll be around. I don't think X is going anywhere. Will it look like it does right now? I don't know. How many more changes is he going to make? Will he still own it? Who knows? There may be a power shift or something over the next year, especially after the way he talks to his advertisers.
Oh, right.
So who knows? Will he still be running it? He might still own it, but I don't know if he'll be running it.
Well, but that was the
We'll
whole
see.
point of bringing in the CEO, Linda. She was supposed to say she's done nothing. Like, he still is running it. The only thing I can think of is the other companies are going, the boards of the other companies are really upset that he is not focusing on those other companies,
Mhm.
and he's focusing all on X. And you can see it because, like, the Tesla and the SpaceX stuff, their stock prices have been going down and things aren't looking good for them. They might force him to leave X on a daily basis just to focus on his other companies.
Okay. I'll accept those. All right. Let's talk about war. What about thing going on overseas with all those countries at war and stuff, and like making it hard for us to get gasoline? I guess.
Ooh.
What do you think's going to happen with the conflict? You think
Yeah,
that
let's
will
just
end this year or continue?
Yeah,
It'll
let's just
continue.
dive into something that's like not toxic at all. Chase, what do you
We
think?
went from New Year's to the war in Ukraine.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I know. Way to go, Barry. What do you think, Chase? Is it gonna
Yeah.
go?
Oh, yeah. No, they'll continue. There will always be some sort of conflict somewhere. War is money, and
No. Well,
um,
sure, but this this one in particular, Hamas, the Israel Hamas war, is it still going to be going on?
uh, yes. But I think it will be by this time next year. It'll probably be expanded, and it'll include Lebanon and possibly Iran. I mean, they're already having skirmishes on those borders and attacks, in those countries. So I could see it expanding beyond just Gaza and Israel. And then the war in Ukraine, I think, will absolutely still be going on. Just because they're sort of at a stalemate there,
Yeah,
it's trench warfare, which is very slow going.
not
And
good.
yeah,
They're back to aerial bombardment as well. Okay,
yeah.
so I agree. Ukraine, Russia, I think is going to be long term. I I'm gonna I'm gonna go against my nature, and I'm gonna try to be optimistic.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say that um, Israel Hamas is not going to last through the end of the year. It's not going to end cleanly. It's going to end in an uneasy truce, but I feel that the other major players in the Middle East are going to step in because they're losing way too much money. And it's all about that, you know. Saudi Arabia, because this is all about Saudi Arabia and Iran anyway. You know, it's like it's not I mean, it is about Israel and Hamas and all that. But let's not get into the super
Here
politics.
we go.
It's I'm hopeful that we find some kind of ceasefire truce and it stops. Okay. So I'll be optimistic about that.
We got through that hard question fairly easily. You know,
can we go to an easy one? Softball me, man.
I don't know if this is gonna be easy, but okay. How about AI and Chat GPT? What do you think? What are your predictions?
The world is going to end, and the Terminators are going to rise up and kill us all.
Skynet. Skynet's coming.
Skynet 2024.
Yeah, keep in mind, there was a story just a couple of weeks ago, or a few days ago, I guess now. The robot at one of the Tesla factories attacked an engineer. And that actually happened 2 years ago, but it's just now coming out in the public. So I don't know. I see the the Chat GPT and the image generators and all the the fun stuff that people are messing around with online. I see that stuff maybe getting better, easier to use, but at the same time, I see that stuff being used for nefarious reasons. Because it is getting so good.
Everything can get used for nefarious reasons.
And I predict more robot
does nefarious mean money?
No, nefarious. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's all linked to money, but no, not necessarily. My real answer is, I don't know. I think it'll be bigger in some ways, but it's already smaller in a lot of ways. Commercially, and with just us regular folk out here who aren't super nerdy geeks, no one cares. It's like, if you're not a student trying to cheat on a paper, have you used ChatGPT? You maybe messed around with it for a little bit, but it's the same thing with all of the art generating AI, like Midjourney and all that stuff. You mess around with it for a little bit. You're like, oh, cool, this is really fun. But then, I'm going to go back and watch my true crime dramas now. And that's, you get over it. I think businesses will integrate it more. It'll be a real big hit on customer service. If you like good customer service, like me, you're going to get really, really disappointed in 2024 with all of the bad AI customer service bots out there.
Yeah, speaking of business integrating, there's a company called Channel One that's introducing a product in February that is a 100% AI-generated newscast. So producers will be able to script, and there will be an actual human that was scanned into a computer, and they will deliver the news. And if there's no B-roll, it will generate AI images and B-roll of the story for illustrative purposes.
Talk about a disinformation, misinformation.
I'm gonna watch the heck out of that, though. I'm gonna watch that like crazy.
They have samples. If you go on X, look up the Channel One News AI or something like that. It launches in February at some point, but they have samples online. The people are very robotic. You could tell the mouth movements, and then the hand gestures don't match what they're saying, and they're just sort of general. But the thing is it looks pretty good.
Do the hands have like 7 fingers, like the AI hands?
no, because they're actual people, but it's like okay. The mouth is moving a little weird, and in between stories, when it resets to start a new story, there might be a slight head jerk. But the thing is it's good enough that older people, elderly people, I guarantee would not be able to tell that it was a fake AI person.
They can't wait. They don't get the uncanny valley effect. Are they because is their vision blurry or something? They can't really
it's because it's a real person, so it's not like a CG cartoony person. It's an actual video image of a person, and it's good enough. I think it will fool a lot of them, and it's only going to get better. But
you know what? That actually. I could see if it was a trustworthy news source and we didn't have to worry about misinformation, disinformation. I know I'm living in a fantasy world, but how cool would it be if you could like watch the news from anybody you want? Like, I know he's dead, but man, Meatloaf delivering the news would be a fantastic newscast, man. Just have some Jen Steinman like writing some music for him and him belting out some news tunes. Man, I'd watch that all day long.
I'm going to predict that might happen this year.
It's so there's a company, a similar company that will like to Channel One that will scan your news anchors. They'll actually come to your station, scan your news anchors, write them up, import them into the system, and then we'll give you software, or not give you, but sell you software that will let your real human anchors be AI anchors. And I predict that will be a job killer for a lot of these.
Yeah,
and it'll let them do like online newscasts and stuff just 24/7 because they never get tired. You just punch in the script and they'll read whatever you punch in. So
whatever contract we get in the future, it's going to be in there that we are not scanning our likeness away or our voice. We're not giving them anything.
Now,
I don't want to have
SAG-AFTRA
Joe around 100 years from now. No.
This is why SAG and AFTRA was so vehement about not allowing scanning and stuff.
Exactly.
I have some calls to make. Hey, don't use that. All right. Hey, don't use that one.
Stop it. All right. Barry, next prediction.
Here's the last one. I'll leave you here on Night Sounds with one final prediction. And this is one that I care about the most. Will we find the aliens this year?
I hope so.
Okay. Chase, can I take this one real quick?
Yeah.
Are they here already?
That's what I say.
I think that I don't know if we're gonna find the aliens. I think that we're gonna get a treasure trove of information dumped from not just the U.S. government, but from some other major governments in the world. And it's gonna be weird. I think we're gonna get some weird information coming out. Not necessarily hard proof that aliens exist, but we're gonna get some weird stuff going along that kind of point in that direction. That's my prediction.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's we've seen some of the documents that they've already released, and then we've seen these videos that have been trickling out. Yeah, I mean, I hope so.
Take me away. I
want to meet some aliens, or at least
know what?
Exist.
How many alien names are going to be on the Jeffrey Epstein list? I just wonder.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That we will find out this year. Oh, that's a good prediction to end on. Let's end on that one. Do you think?
It's going to be like Xanath from Planet Exxon or something like that. Traveling from New York, California.
Who is this B Blorp person? Yeah. Put them on the phone. It's written in all these weird characters. This is strange.
Well, I hope if they do come, that Chase, you are the liaison between humans and them, because I feel the safest if you're the one talking to them. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'll
show up in nice.
You do not want me talking to him.
For
sure.
No, you know what it would be? We'd do the thing where we're out in the open, and they walk up to each other, and there's a crowd watching, and I would just lean over and be like, "Run as fast as you can. Get out of here. You want nothing to do with this planet."
Oh man, that's great.
Well, guys, Happy New Year. Thanks for coming on, Chase.
Happy New Year. Oh, hey, Barry, just real quick. Thanks for the hat, bro.
Hey, cool hat, man.
This is a great hat. I really enjoy it. It's
Santa dropped that off for you at my house for some reason.
So. Well, thanks for dropping it to my house and not making me drive to yours. I appreciate that. That's another Christmas present. Avoiding LA traffic.
All right. This is Night Sounds.